The man tried to see the woman's face clearly, but realized her body was stiff like wood. Turned out, he was inside a photograph. Not long ago, he'd received the news that his ex-girlfriend had passed away. At her funeral, he was sent a piece of high-tech equipment. These days, you don't even have to attend funerals in person. Just pay your respects online. He stuck a guidance card to his temple and let the system guide him through memories with the deceased. But after more than a decade apart, he could no longer remember her face. So he followed the guide's instructions and pulled out an old photo of her. The problem was, when they broke up years ago, he'd scratched out her face in every single photo. The guide then asked him to enter the photos, hoping it might help him recall her appearance. The guide's sudden appearance startled him. She was young, designed with a lifelike human look. The photo was from when the man was much younger, but it had been so long couldn't remember a thing. So the guide led him into different photos, trying to help him piece together her face. But photo after photo, it was no use. Her face had been scratched out, cut away. All he could recall was the joy they once shared and the heartbreak when it all fell apart. They had both loved music deeply. They even started a band together, but he never let her play the cello. That was their first major conflict. Later, she met a guy named Jim at a nightclub. She started hanging out with Jim more and more. The man believed that's when she fell out of love. But the guy noticed something odd in one of the photos. There was another woman by the man's side, Emma. The guy began to question his version of events. Maybe it wasn't his ex who betrayed him. Maybe it was him who betrayed her. As they looked at more and more photos, the truth slowly surfaced. One night, when his ex was out of town, he ended up sleeping with Emma, and when his ex called him that night, Emma answered the phone. That call was what ended their relationship. So the man's decade-long grief was actually guilt for cheating and getting caught. But back then, he was too young, and the guilt just made him shout louder, as if yelling could prove he'd done nothing wrong. Eventually, he realized his mistake. He apologized and booked the nicest hotel to propose, but she neither said yes nor no. She simply stood up and walked away. Even now, that moment still breaks his heart, but what hurt him most was the guy's true identity. She had been modeled after his ex-daughter. She had all of the daughter's memories, and even knew things from the past. The truth was, when he proposed, his ex was already pregnant, but the baby wasn't his. She didn't dare accept his proposal. She had left a note for him that night, explaining the reckless thing she'd done after they split. She wrote that if he could forgive her, he should come find her the next morning. If not, then she'd understand. But the man never saw the note, and that's how things ended up this way. Reading her words now, he broke down in tears, and when he looked at the photo again, he finally saw her face.